Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
I got some holes in my game.
What do you think about Klitschko Joshua this weekend? It's
boring.
a big fight. Boring.
Those guys are boring. Joshua's got nice power.
Joshua's not boring.
He's got great power. His technique's okay. He's not great. I think Klitschko's got a nice
gold
jab.
medalist in the Olympics.
Put people to sleep, Joe. This is why the heavyweight division, no one cares about it, right?
Put people to sleep the other way by like being boring.
Yeah, being boring. Yeah.
You don't mean by
out.
like knocking them silly.
No.
But Joshua puts people to sleep.
Joshua
the right
knocks
way.
people out, which is fun to watch, and I'm into that. But it's not. I just love technique. Like I'm a student of it.
So you're like a Lomachenko guy.
So thank you for bringing
Vasyl
him up.
Lomachenko's
Thank you for
the
bringing
best.
him up. We got to talk about this.
God.
Forget my career, podcast, history, fuck all that shit.
People who don't know,
Let's go,
please go online
you.
right now and Google Vasyl Lomachenko. He might be the best boxer that's ever lived. He might be.
I was worried about that we were going to fight about this, but I think we're on the same page here. So
he's on such another level with his footwork and movement. I just can't come up with a comparable. I mean, there's been some amazing boxers way back to Sugar Ray Robinson and Willie Pep, and all those guys paved the way.
Yeah.
But I feel like everything evolves, right? Every combat sport, even art and music evolves to the current state it's at now, which you get the best of the best right now, and you go, wow, they've learned from Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, and Lomachenko is, in my eyes, is the best. The way he moves is insane.
Yeah.
And he's super aggressive. He's not like Floyd Mayweather, who is arguably the best ever, you know, multiple-time world champion in multiple divisions, 49-0, only been like hit solid maybe 7, 8 times his whole career.
I saw once when he got a little rocked by Shane
Mosley. Yeah.
Once.
And then Maidana cracked him once. But that's like over the course of this spectacular career. But much more defensive-oriented, brilliantly defensive, very economical with his approach, but brittle hands, hurts his hand, breaks his hands a lot.
Not a lot of power.
Lomachenko is on you like glue, stands right in front of you, and you can't hit him. And he's going left, and he's going right, and he's in, and he's out, and you don't know where the fuck he is, and he's lighting you up.
So
what is this? Here's why Vasyl Lomachenko is now the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. What's that in? Forbes? Yeah. Damn, Forbes.
So technically he can't be because his record. He hasn't really been tested.
He's got 8 fights.
No. I'm with you completely. I'm just saying technically.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough fights.
I don't give a fuck.
To be #1. I know.
He's the best.
So let me just say, so here's my history with Lomachenko. So like I forget, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I thought Gary Russell Jr. was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I still think he's just phenomenal, incredibly fast, the fastest hands since Roy Jones, easily, and maybe even faster, and technically just perfect. I thought he was unbeatable. I thought he was the next thing, and he's still a great fighter. I love him. He fought Lomachenko, and I was like, "Who's this Russian dude? I didn't even know he was Ukrainian. Never heard of him." And he took Russell apart.
Yeah, here's a highlight reel. Look at he stands right in front of people, man. He just has such brilliant movement, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the perfect example of like new wave, like this stage.
So that right there,
this sidestep movement.
Yeah, he does this. It's a hop actually. He hops inside. And he'll throw a body shot off of it when he gets inside on you. But he's basically standing at your side. Boom, like right there. He did it again.
Well,
right?
he's not like a brutal puncher.
He'll step in or hop in. Yeah. And you know the funny thing is, so I've been hopping around gyms lately, boxing gyms. Look at that. He did it like 3 times in a row. And here's how I know. Here's why I think that he is the next Ali, which is that just in the last year, every boxing gym I've gone to, people have taught Lomachenko's moves, like as a standard part of classes.
Interesting.
Right? Meaning that he's changing the game.
Right.
It's kind of what you were saying.
Well, you know, Mike Tyson did a lot of that too, by the way.
People can't
didn't do
ever
it to this
punch
level.
as hard as Mike Tyson.
Right.
You can actually do some of this stuff. Of course, he's a phenomenal athlete, Lomachenko is, and not everyone can do this. But there are some things here that you can do that have never been done before.
Yeah.
Like, in particular, that little hop step. It's actually, I had a coach call it I think it was called the Lomachenko jump or something. But you can do that. You can just step in like that really quickly, but people for some reason just never did it.
Well, Tyson did do it. Tyson learned it from Customato. Customato was teaching this way back in the fucking 50s.
Yeah.
But his style was Mike Tyson's style was so much different because he was throwing howitzers at you. Lomachenko is not knocking anybody out with one punch.
No.
He's hitting you with multiple barrage of punches. But the thing about he dropped him with a liver shot. But the thing about what Lomachenko's doing with this steady barrage is very similar to what I've always said about jiu-jitsu. Like, if you want to really learn jiu-jitsu from a small man. Because small men can't use strength and weight and all the physical advantages. They have to use perfect technique.
Right.
So if you deal with guys like Eddie Bravo or Royler Gracie or Barrett Yoshida, like the really little guys are the guys who have this stellar technique because they don't have the physical strength. With Lomachenko, you see the same thing. He's not a one-punch guy.
No.
He doesn't have like some Tommy Hearns knockout ability or Mike Tyson type power.
Yeah.
So he's forced to have this brilliant movement and footwork, and which is complete next level.
The footwork, I think, is the best of all time.
And now he's, literally embracing the whole idea of him being in the Matrix. He has Matrix shorts on now.
See, I like the Matrix comparison. I think of him as the Nightcrawler. Like, he's just teleporting around you. He's just
a Nightcrawler from X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men. He's just showing. He just like shows up suddenly right next to you, right?
Oh, it's genius.
He disappears and shows up right next to you in a different
just
location.
right there, that little movement and the anticipation of the counter and already being 2-3 steps ahead of you.
That last fight against Sosa, have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that. It's
that
brilliant.
was even better.
Yeah.
He improved. Like he was even better. I was like, this is getting crazy. Like he's so amazing. Everyone should watch him. Everyone.
Yeah, he's on another level, man.
Yeah, I love
he's
him.
on a complete another level.
So, yeah, footwork.
Well, there's a guy like him in kickboxing.
Who?
Giorgio Petrosian. Have you ever seen Giorgio Petrosian
Yeah, he's
fight?
the best, for sure. Yeah, I love Petrosian.
He's some next-level shit, too.
Definitely, yeah, I think so.
He did lose one fight by knockout a couple of years ago, but
badly.
Yeah, he got caught
Andy Risty. Yeah,
by Daniel Ilunga.
No,
is that
Andy
what it
Risty.
was? Andy Risty, that's what it was, yeah. Well, Risty's a brutal knockout puncher.
He knocked out Van Roosmalen, too.
Yeah.
Same year, I think.
Well, it's one of those things where a guy like Andy Risty has so much power if he catches a human being on the chin.
Yeah,
you're
not great,
fucked.
not perfect technique, but man.
But nasty power, yeah.
I wanted to talk about Jermaine Durand to me.
Oh, yeah. Talk about her, man.
I mean, because it's funny.